truth to power.
Yeah.
And you came and you rolled up those sleeves.
Yeah. I only talk about if I don't know about a thing or a situation, and if I can't help somebody, then I don't get in it.
Yeah.
But I only talk about things that I know about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was amazing to me that there's a part in there where there was a young lady, I talked about a young lady that came to me and told me, I did a seminar, and she came to me and told me that she had been in the same predicament.
Yep.
And this past conference, it was really exciting for me. She came to me and she asked me, "Do you remember me?" And I said, "No." She said, "I want to thank you for releasing me." You know?
Yes.
And the book has gone national, so I'm like the basketball players. I'm laughing all the way to the bank.
Go on and do it. That's it. and you know what? Heap See, few could have known, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people will write you off, Shaana and Bishop. If you just have one thing that they think is like unacceptable or whatever, they think that that's going to be your demise. But when all things are possible for those who love the Lord, and He can take anything and turn it around.
And He's loved me. He's loved. I told Reverend Warrior this one time. I said, the Lord treats me like I'm His only child. and Reverend Warrior said, "No, baby, I am."
Oh man!
But God is good.
God is good.
He really is.
And what a blessing you have been to so many people, though, Bishop.
I try to be. I love people.
Yeah.
I do, Shauna. I just love people. Take me away from folks, and I just leave going home to glory. But I just love people. I love helping folks. I love talking with folks. I should have been a comedian because I love clowning around with people, making them laugh and all that sort of thing. So, that's just me.
What prompted you to write the book?
The young lady that I just spoke about, when I did the seminar, she came up to me, and when she told me what her predicament was, and I said, "Wow, same thing, same identical thing." So that is what prompted me to do it. It took me because there's a certain fear that you have, and the fear was the very same thing that was said to me last week. I shouldn't have, I shouldn't have done it. And so when you allow folk to put that kind of fear in you, you won't do anything. You really won't. But this has, because I did what I did and went on, and it took me about a year, almost 2 years, to put it together. But it has blessed so many people and has, really the strength of it all. And I've taught on it. And the things that people try to get away from is that this sort of thing is still happening. It hasn't, this happened to me back in the 60s, but this is 2010, and it's still going on. People don't want to hear about, the church, but the church has its problems, and we want to keep stuff hidden. We want to keep, but it doesn't help anybody to keep it hidden, because once folk that are outside of the church come in, and then they see what they don't see in the Bible, then what that does is causes them to leave.
Absolutely.
And call us, what rightly so, a bunch of hypocrites.
Exactly. I remember.
But once you tell, just go and tell your story. It'll help somebody.
I remember when we were talking about my nephew, and when I first became saved, and that exact thing almost happened, but I didn't leave.
Yeah.
I just saw things, 2 specific incidents, and I was like, but this isn't what I thought this was going to be. This isn't supposed to be happening here.
That's right.
You know,
Of
and
all places.
I thank God that I was in a church with 2 pastors, Pastor Michael and Pastor Catherine Short, who were able to explain to me that this is the church, but there are things that happen here that shouldn't happen. And imperfections that have nothing to do with your personal walk with Christ.
That's it.
You know, and I mean, you and I talk all the time, Michael, and it's just something that you see where you don't want to see it, but you can't let it stop you.
Right, you can't. Because if that were the case, as discouraging as people have tried to, tried to discourage me through their 51 years, I've lasted listening to all kinds of comments and reality, really been called everything but a child of God, and I've still lasted 51 years because I know who sent me. You know, if it were you or the camera person, then I say, oh man, the heck with this. I ain't been over. I ain't got to go. But folk can become so critical that they will destroy you if you allow it. But you've got to stand. My grandfather taught me one thing: stand your ground. I don't care what kind of battle you in, stand your ground.
Stand your ground.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. Well, I'm telling you, thank you for helping us to stand our ground.
You are quite welcome.
Thank you so much for coming.
I know that Tab Nation is probably watching this tonight because I tried to sneak it in to say, hey, she's going to be on tonight, because I think we may have forgot to mention that you were coming on.
We put it up on the screen, but we didn't.
I think we got it up, but some people may have left. But I hope that our family is watching. It's the house that love built.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Jesus said, love ye one another.
Yes.
And I do my best.
And we love you.
My best. I love you too.
All right. I love her.
Thank you so much for coming.
Bless you, Shauna. Thank you so much for having me.
And I'm almost at a loss for words. Can you believe that? Mr. Motormouth doesn't know what to say, but listen, I hope you enjoyed that segment. And then remember, again, the book by Bishop Aretha Morton, Heap See, But Few Know, it's awesome. It's a great read, but it'll also inspire you and educate you and might even give you a source of freedom. So we're going to a break, and we'll be back with more from In the Upper Room.